Okay, what's up guys? Hey, my name is Wes Bunn. I'm the senior game designer on UFC Undisputed 3. Here to talk to you guys a little bit about the Pride mode this year. It's one of the new additions that we have to the Undisputed franchise. It's going to allow you to play with new fighters, new rules, new attacks, and I'm just going to jump in here and show you some of the new features. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with Nogueria here versus my boy Cro Cop. I'm going to be Nogueria. Let's see, I'm going to jump right in here. One of the things that we added this year, I know the fans have been asking for it as we load into the Pride Arena here, is you guys have been asking for entrances. So we've added entrances this year. They're a little bit different in Pride. Pride had more of a WWE-ish feel to it, more of a pageantry to it. So we've taken those liberties with the Pride mode. You're going to see some lasers and smoke effects, and you're going to have the Pride screaming lady in there, Lenny Hart. She's going to be screaming your name out with their calf fighters. So hope you guys will enjoy that. So we're going to jump right in here. I think it's Nogueria first that we're going to see, and hope you guys enjoy it.
Championship title match!
青コーナー選手の入場です。
So the first thing you're going to notice with the Pride Fighting Championship, first thing you're going to see here is our new in-game tutorial system. We noticed that a lot of people were just picking up the game and were getting frustrated. They didn't know how to play the game. So rather than having you go through this, hand-holding tutorial process, we wanted to just throw you right in a fight, let you guys be taught how to play the game while you're actually playing it. So you're going to get these prompts that tell you how to play the game as you're actually in a fight. So it's telling you how to strike, how to attack to the body or legs. And at any time, you can go into the pause menu and turn it off, but it's there to teach you the basics of the game. For the more detailed specifics of the game, you can go into the actual in-game tutorial that'll teach you more of the hardcore details and things of that nature, so you can perfect your game a little bit better. So I'm going to go ahead and turn these off so we can get right into the game here. Go into options and then turn off the tutorial hint system. One of the things that we also added based on your guys' feedback, we wanted to give you guys more feedback during the game itself. So we've added these new paper dolls at the top of your screen. So it's going to show you your limb damage as you go on during the fight. So you're no longer guessing how close am I to being knocked out, how close am I to being submitted, that type of thing. So here in Pride, one of the most dangerous positions that you can get into in Pride is either in side control here. Cro Cop will let me pass, so I'm passed here. In Pride, you can throw knees to the head. That's something you can't do in the UFC, so it's a whole new gameplay mechanic. You can also move to north-south here, throw some knees to the head here. Again, these are in a very compromising position here that you won't be in the UFC. In UFC, all you can do is punch to the body, maybe set up a submission. But in Pride, when you get in that position, you're in a lot of trouble. Very, very easy to finish the fight from that position. The rules are a little bit, oh, actually, there's another one. Foot stomp to the face there. It's another new mechanic you can only do in Pride, as well as the soccer kick. If I can take Cro Cop down here. Get him down to the ground. Took his back there instead. So from here, I can knee to the head again. Again, you can't do this in the UFC. It's a very compromising position. Lance some knees to the head, maybe rock him and soccer kick him. So the round format in the UFC is standard 3 5-minute rounds, and Pride it's actually a 10-minute first round. So it's a little bit longer actually, so you got to kind of watch your stamina a little bit better than you do probably in the UFC settings, especially with our new game mode simulation setting. In simulation setting, your strikes are going to be costing you more energy, they're going to do more damage, so you're going to have to be a lot more cautious. You can't just go in there and just throw a bunch of strikes, otherwise you're going to gas yourself out and then become vulnerable to a submission, become vulnerable to being knocked out. So that simulation setting is for the hardcore guys who want to feel what it's like to play with a real fight. Let's see if I can take north-south here, or sprawl position again, throw some knee strikes to the head. He's blocking. Made a lot of changes to the striking game here as well too. The quick strike system is something that's brand new. Changed from last year. If I drop him with a left hook there, I'm going to stomp on his face. He gets back up. So my quick strikes are just your standard face buttons. Those are the jabs and the straights. That allows you to interrupt the strong strikes from your opponent. So if your opponent's just wailing strong strikes at you, go ahead and pump that jab in his face. It's going to disrupt his attack and allow you to get your strike in there, and you won't be countered. It's a lot easier to just pump that jab than it was last year. Another new mechanic that we added, the feint system. So if you hold the right bumper and the right trigger together, you can feint your attacks, fake a kick, come over the top. If your opponent's blocking low, you know, fake an attack and then go to a leg kick. It's one of the tactics I use. So I throw my quick strike there. Rocked him. He's covering up. Oh, soccer kick. Ah, oh, knees. Ah. Oh, I finished them from north-south. So that's one thing you can do from the UFC. I can do that in Pride now. There's a ton of new fighters in Pride. A lot of guys in the heavyweight division, Bob Sapp, Mark Hunt, some familiar faces that are in the UFC now. A ton of new fighters, like I said, different weight divisions, new positions, new strikes. To knock him out so fast. Let's do a quick rematch here. We also changed up our standing clinch this year. One of the things that we heard from feedback that it was too hard to get out of the clinch by transitioning. So this year you can actually just navigate away, just pull away from your opponent. You see me trying to pull away from him there. I can actually get out. I went into the cage there, or ropes there, but you can actually just pull away from your opponent to get out. Or you can just punch your way out. You don't have to transition to get out of there. A lot of users are complaining that it was difficult to get out. With this new system, you can just punch or navigate your way away. Also in the clinch too, if your opponent's trying to throw knees to your head, if you push in towards the stick, towards your opponent, you actually close the distance, so he can't create that space to throw a knee to your head. He'll actually hit the body. It's a tactic that we use around the office when the guy has, you know, a very strong Muay Thai clinch. They have me in the clinch. I'm going to push towards him instead of trying to pull away, because that creates space for him to throw the knee to my head. Leg kicks are definitely more effective this year. That's one of the things, me personally, I love to throw the leg kick out there. A lot of people don't defend against it, so this year it's a much more valid tactic. You can actually stop fights this year by continuing to punish your opponent's leg. So I throw leg kicks here to Cro Cop, changing it up a little bit. You can see his leg on the upper right there, his leg starting to turn red a little bit. So that feedback right there, you're always going to know how close you are to being finished. It's something that we didn't have last year. I'll try and take him down here. And again, based off user feedback, a brand new submission system, as I went for the armbar there. So as the attacker here, I'm trying to overlap the defender who's trying to stay away from me. He's the red, I'm the blue. We wanted to let you know at all times how close you are to finishing or how close you are to escaping a submission. So you can see here at the bar in the middle, there's a little bit of a tug of war happening as I try to do another sub here that goes for the omoplata. The bar in the middle shows you as the red fills up, as he's closer to escaping, as the blue fills up, I'm closer to finishing. Also have the opportunity to see, as he's close to escaping, I can click the right stick there and switch. Gives me more time to try and finish the submission. Again, this user feedback that wasn't there last year completely opens up the submission game. You're always going to know how close you are to escaping or finishing a submission this year. I get out. Take his back again, take him down. And this is a little bit more of a hardcore thing that I wanted to bring up here. One of the things that people felt our game was used as an exploited tactic, just to completely flick on the right stick to do the transition reversals. We actually added an energy cost to that this year. So each time you try to transition reverse, you're going to expend energy. So you can't just sit there and spam trying to do a transition reverse this year, which was a big complaint from the feedback that we got from 2010. We also removed the auto-blocking system that we had in UFC 2010 too. So last year, based on your stats, the defender would actually defend against the transition attempt without user input. We didn't like the way that felt, so we actually took that system out. So if you want to defend against the transition this year, you're going to actually have to block your opponent's transition attempts. We'll try and finish him here with strikes and show you one more thing here that we added. Knockout Cro Cop. So again, with this new combo system, it's going to allow you to experiment and put together your own combos. We don't have predefined combos. We don't have XXY as a combo. It's up to you to figure out what works best for you. You know, you can make up your own combos. You can incorporate technique attacks, step attacks. That's one of my favorite techniques, is to do a step to a leg kick. You're going to have to experiment and figure out what works best for you. Cro Cop's nose is a little bloody there. Should be noted that I am playing on an easier difficulty setting here. I just didn't want to get my butt kicked while I'm trying to demo some stuff to you guys. We have 5 difficulty settings this year. Brand new one called Ultimate. That's something that we heard from the fans, that the game was still too easy, even on Expert. This Ultimate difficulty actually, it uses some of the techniques that we, the developers, use. We didn't want predictive AI, we didn't want cheating AI. We wanted AI that exhibit, you know, a player's behavior. So it's going to do things that we do, so like stalling transitions, feinting, using range more appropriately than the AI did last year. So for you veterans, that's going to be something you're going to want to try. Knees to the head, get in there, F. Yeah. So UFC Undisputed 3 is coming out February 14th. Hope you guys enjoyed this demo. I can't wait for you guys to get your hands on it. It feels like a totally different game. It's my favorite of the 3, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching this video.